Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
I'm going to make this very short and sweet because Smackdown was very to the point, okay? It wasn't a lot of drama going on with Smackdown, so we're going to get into it. But we're going to first say hello to everybody in the comments. Hello, Kayla. Hello, Nika. Hello, Lewis. Hello, Kira. How are you? Keisha. Hey, girl. Hey, Keisha, girl. I love when I see new faces in the comments. It makes me happy, okay? And if you want to have a little shout out while we do the show, don't worry. I will always read everybody's comments, okay? Now, let's get into the show. Smackdown was pretty cute, okay? It was pretty cute. Now, listen, I got a full house today. All my family is here except for my older sister and her kids. But all my family is here because my little sister's birthday is tomorrow. Memorial Day is, I think it's Monday, but they're going to grill on Sunday. So we got like going on here. I got all my nephews here with the exception of one. Okay, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on over here. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed Smackdown today. Like I said, it was a very, very concise show. It made its point. It wasn't trying to be too over the top. It wasn't trying to be too dramatic. It was making sure that it got to y'all selling Saturday Night Main Event while also selling Clash of Italy. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about what we saw first. Okay, so Rhea Ripley came back. Rhea opened the show and she came out there and was like, welcome to, Friday Night Mommy or whatever. And I was like, okay, girl, you been gone. Shit been going down since you been out, babe. Like, she was just like, every time I leave, some shit go down. What's up? Like, where we at? We was popping off a few seconds ago, and now when I'm ready to kick you in your chest, you ain't talking shit no more. What's up? So Charlotte came out there and she was like, girl, hold on, champ. We need to have a little powwow before you make a little message to your little enemies. Okay, you got plenty of enemies. And for whatever reason, we had to take the brunt of your bullshit. Okay? And she was like, look, whatever shit you got going on with Jade Cargill and her little crew ain't got shit to do with us, but we ended up taking the heat of it while you was gone on your little vacation. Now, I just want to understand, like, sis, where you been? What you doing? And Rhea was like, bitch, I went to home to go see my family. God forbid I want to go sit down for 5 minutes. She was like, and here you come talking to me crazy. And she was like, no, nobody's saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying you're the one who assured us that you were going to have our back. And as soon as your enemies come back, you're poof, gone. What's up? So Rhea was like, she was like, you know what? She said the last time I checked in that match, the person who took the brunt of all the shit was Bliss. So what are we saying? She was like, don't you need to be more concerned about tightening up this little powwow friendship you got going on here? And Charlotte was like, hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. First of all, don't get in my business about my friend. Okay, because I would never leave my friend out there hanging out there to dry. But I see what you're trying to do, bitch. I see where you're going. But I'm not finna go there with you. What you need to do is do what you promised. So the whole starts out arguing. Okay, they're going back and forth. And Alexa Bliss like, look, we don't have time for this. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. They still arguing. And then here comes Toxic Attraction -2.0. That's the better way. They come out there talking about they love this because they know that they created all this chaos and it's all about them, right? Charlotte was like, excuse me. The grown people was talking. Little girl, go find your mama or something. But since you decided you want to jump in our business, why don't you go get two of your little besties. You can choose whichever two you want. And it could be you two versus me and Bliss. And then we'll shut all this shit down immediately. Because we don't even need to have a fucking conversation. It doesn't need to be done. So, of course, they were like, sure, let's do it. No sign of Jade, no sign of BFAB, no sign of Michin. So, they have the match later on in the night. The match goes on. And Charlotte, before the match happens, in the back, Charlotte goes to Bliss and she's like, look, I'm planning on wearing the black. You wear your black gear. We can match up. She was like, well, I'm not medically cleared to compete. And she was like, what you talking about? Like, you was just fine 10 minutes ago. What's up? She was like, I'm sick. I was like, okay, girl, mean girls. Okay, mean girls. Anyway, she was like, you and Ree need to get y'all shit together. And the only way for y'all to get y'all shit together is y'all need to go out there and win this match together. Because right now, we are being targeted. We are being beat down. And if we don't get this shit under control, we gonna get our asses whooped for a long time. Child. Charlotte said, okay, girl, you didn't even have to do all that, but okay. So, Charlotte ended up teaming up with Rhea. Rhea and Charlotte out there arguing. As Rhea's controlling the match, Charlotte tags herself in. They lose control of the match. Charlotte ends up getting beat down. So, in this particular match, Charlotte was the weak link. But ultimately, Charlotte and Rhea learn to work together and they pick up the W. Now, this does not constitute any victory because as soon as they win, here come the baddies coming in, taking out everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody with the exception of Fatal Influence, okay? Toxic Attraction -2.0 is on the outside of the ring. And after they throw out Bliss and Charlotte, both teams, BFAB, Laney, Fallon, and Michin, gang up on Charlotte and Bliss after they both got knocked out. All right. Now, Rhea's left in the ring. She tried to fight off Jade, but by then they had all got attacked and beat up. Jade basically pump kicked the shit out of her and then hit her with her jaded, I think that's what she called it. Whatever makes y'all happy. That's what happened. And it was murder, she wrote. Jade Cargill was in there dressed like she was finna go. She had on camouflage. But not the kind of camouflage we're used to. Jade had on hunting camouflage with boots and everything. One thing about Jade Cargill that I do love is she love a completion of an outfit. She took hunting camouflage and turned it into something fly. And then put on some really expensive high-end boots. I don't know if it was a Timberland collab with Mischief or what it was, but she had on some expensive ass boots. They was red bottom boots at that, and it was flat. She looked like she was gonna go hunting in the most highest of fashion areas, and I was like, "Girl, where are we going?" So Jade Cargill was standing tall. Now, Jade Cargill and the girls are facing off against Rhea and Charlotte and Alexa tomorrow. I assume tomorrow that Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa are going to win unless Fallon and them interfere. Now, my biggest gripe with this and everything that they got going on right now is the fact that there's too many hands in the pot. So move Jade, Michin, and BFAB to Raw. Leave Fallon and them on SmackDown. Leave Blake on SmackDown. You can also move Jordan Grace to Raw as well, just to even shit out on the roster. So it's not too, like I said, it's too many things cooking at once. Then you got Tiffany Stratton. Let's go to Tiffany Stratton since we talking about the girlies. Since we talking about the girlies. Tiffany Stratton is doing the open challenge for the United States Championship. Love that. I love the fact that Lash answered the open challenge. Lash almost had it. She almost had it, but Chelsea came in there and helped Tiffany interfere. This render is so weird. The lip, girl. This is such a weird looking render. Her eyes are gorgeous, but the lip is crazy. Oh, God. Anyway, Tiffany had a good match with Lash. Lash almost took her ass out. And she would have won had it not been for Chelsea, which I love that for Chelsea. Chelsea came in there and was like, I'm going to ride for my homegirl for now. But Chelsea ended up, you know, because she got rid of Nia because Nia was interfering in the match. And because Nia interfered, this allowed for enough of a distraction where she could get the roll up on Lash and get the win. I would have been stoked if Lash would have been able to get that title off of Tiffany and she just got it. Oh, I would have loved that. Not because I don't like Tiffany, but just for the simple fact that I love Lash Legend. And I think Lash being U.S. champ to me just sounds real good right now. I just love that. But anyways, Tiffany won due to help from Chelsea, which she desperately needed because she was getting her ass whooped in this match. Now, after the match was over, Chelsea was in the back and Blake showed up. And Blake was just like, you know, I saw you out there, babes, and I really wish that I didn't. And I was like, damn, Blake, you could have been nicer. Goddamn. But that didn't last long because Nia ran up on her like a motherfucking linebacker and tore her ass a new one. Just busted her right up against the roadie thing. And I'm like, God damn. Then she goes, oh, look at you trying to make new friends. I was like, bitch, you only got one. Nia, girl, you have one, dear. One. And you're about to lose her in a minute. Because you know you're ignorant. Like, the bullshit you spewing is crazy. But Tiffany Stratton is still champion. And for now, she's going to stay champion. Don't know how long she's going to be champion. But for now, she's going to stay champion. Now, let's talk about Carmelo and Trick Willie. Now, we love Trick and Mello gang around these parts. And I was very sad to see him disperse over on NXT. But to see the trajectory of both of these two men and where they could potentially go in their careers really, really warms my heart. Because I loved seeing two black men at the top, really, of the mid-card division and could potentially, and both look like potential main eventers, okay? We both know that Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes are main event material. It's just going to take a little time to get some people out the way so they can get there. With that being said, don't even worry about Lil Yachty in the corner. We don't give a fuck about that. We're not even talking about that, okay? What we're talking about is how Trick and Carmelo was having a 1-2-1-2 in the ring today. So Carmelo was out there. He went out there to challenge Trick. Trick was dressed and ready to go. And he was like, look, you know your black ass owe me a match. Okay? Because you cost me my championship. Now, there's a difference between being a champion, okay, and being the man. There's a difference. All right? I was defending my title. 8 weeks. Every single week. I was out here running it. You feel what I'm saying? You, on the other hand, you just like the glory of being the champion, but you don't want the grind of it. Now, I don't care how you do it or what you want to do. He said, I respect you. You know that. I'm proud of where you are and where you're headed. That ain't none of my concern. But what I want is a fair shot at my title like you should have asked for from the beginning instead of screwing me out of my championship just so you can walk around with glory around yours. So, Trick Williams was like, you know what? Lil Yachty started talking a bunch of bullshit about pedicures, retwists, massages, and all that other shit. And Trick Williams and Carmelo was like, okay, so whenever you get your nails done and you go ahead and get your dick out his pocket, then I'll come holler at you, I guess. I don't know. I guess, because I thought Trick Williams made his own decisions. I didn't know that he had a little person. I didn't know he had a little secretary making his decisions for him. That's crazy. So, Trick Williams was like, nah, he ain't making no decisions for me. Trick always makes his own decisions. And then he went to the thing about, like, he respects Carmelo. He knows that. He understands where he's coming from. And he was right. But there ain't no United States Open challenges happening around through here. I'm champion and I changed the rules. And he was like, I'll give you a title. I'll give you a match. But I'm not handing you a title shot. So the boys went at the match. Now, Ricky came out there scouting out the match. Now, Ricky Saints got his eye on the United States Championship too. Okay? Now, Pretty Ricky, what they call him, came out there and interfered in the match, as well as Lil Yachty on Trick Willie's behalf. Now, Ricky don't really have no dog in this fight, but it just so happens that not only did he cost Carmelo Hayes the match, but he ended up costing him a shot at the title. Carmelo lost. So technically, he hasn't earned the right to a championship. But if you ask me, everybody else is getting title matches and rematches and shots at the championship. And then what's killing me about this whole situation is that Sammy's not wrong. And a lot of people are mad at Sammy, and I don't understand why. Sammy's not wrong when he says he deserves more than what he's getting, right? Because let's think about it and put it into perspective. Lash Legend and Nia Jax lost clean to Nick, to Bree, and to Paige. There was no cheating involved. Okay, I don't know what they talking about. They cheated, so they complained they got another title shot. That's crazy, because you didn't have a problem with giving Lash and Nia another title shot, despite the fact that they have cost multiple people their titles. They have interfered in multiple title matches that had nothing to do with them. All of that leads to them being champion. They were pampered and coddled the whole time they were champion, and then as soon as they dropped their titles, all of a sudden they don't have to adhere to the rules. From my understanding, all the McMahons came out there and everybody came out there and said there's no entitlement to rematches. Everybody had to earn title shots. So I'm fucking confused at all of the rematches that seem to be handed out like candy. But Carmelo don't get his rematch like he deserves. Motherfucking, and then I know what you're gonna say. Well, he had one against Sami Zayn. No, the person that cost him the title does owe him a title shot. Fuck out of here. Sammy didn't get another rematch, even though the shit didn't go his way. But you gave one to Nia, and fucking Lash. I didn't understand that. The math ain't mathin', if you ask me. So, anyways, had to go on a rant. Anyways, we move on. Tala Tonga and Shinsuke match. This was one of the first matches of the night. Shinsuke ended up losing. Tala Tonga won. They ended up beating down Shinsuke, and it looked like Tama was finally gonna have some cojones, but he ended up taking out Shinsuke Nakamura for the trouble. Now, what he also did was, when they got to the back, he was basically like, listen, the world think we soft. These niggas back here is not listening to us. They doing whatever the fuck they want, and they disrespecting us, okay? So what I need you to do is to go after Damian Priest and take him out. And this is the reason why Thomas said to go after Damian, is because at the end of the match, while they was taking everybody out, Damian Priest came out there with a chair to even the odds. Now, you have to remember, R-Truth is still injured, so R-Truth isn't there, and he isn't able to clear to compete. So, Damian tried to help Shinsuke and, save him a bit. And it worked out for him for that time being. But a match was made for later on in the night, because Tama kind of goaded Solo into going into this match with Damian Priest, because he's like, Damian Priest don't respect us. Nobody do. When we got to send a message back there that they got to respect us. And the only way they're going to do that is if you go out there and beat Damian Priest. Solo was like, all right, I'll go to Nick Aldis and make the match. You right. So everybody's like, oh, okay, so Tama Tonga is back there, doing some dirty shit. But I don't really think it's that simple. And until I start seeing anything different, I'm just going to believe that Tama is down for the family for now. Could you take that as him trying to be messy and like make Solo see what he's doing and make him experience his own bullshit? Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000%. But this match happened. Okay, they had the match. They're sitting back there, they wrestling or whatever, and I don't know what happened at the end of this because my Hulu lost connection, so I didn't get to see the match. The only thing I got to see was Damian Priest getting beat down by the MFTs, and then Royce came out there because R-Truth called him and was like, "Hey, I know you don't like being in people's business, but my homeboy, my tag team partner is out here on his own, and I really need some help. If you could have his back while I'm gone, that'd be great." So Royce was like, "All right, Truth, I got you, no problem." So Royce came out there to help. Prior to this, in the back, Royce was telling Solo, "Look, last week you cost me an opportunity at the title. Stay out my business. Because if you don't want a problem, just leave me alone. Otherwise, I will be a problem for you." Solo like, "Nah, I ain't trying to make no problem. We ain't got no problem." You know what I'm saying? But I've been telling you, you're going to need a family. You're going to need some help out there. You ain't going to be able to go it alone. This locker room is like a shark-infested water, bruh. You gotta keep your shit together. You got to keep your head on a swivel. So, of course, Tama don't like it. None of them like it but Solo. Solo it's actively trying to recruit Royce. Now, Royce came down there with the save to try to help everybody. And Damian grabbed that nigga by the throat, was trying to choke him out. Now, in Damian's defense, Damian was delirious as fuck after getting beat up by the MFTs, being taken out. Now, he getting beat down, and the first thing you see is a man trying to come up on you. You're going to defend yourself because you don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? So, Royce like, "Hey, nigga, man, like, you putting your hands on me? I came down here to help you. What the fuck wrong with you?" They get in the back. And Royce like, "Hey, Damian, you came out, you let me out while he was out there, and I came down there to help you out because your homeboy called me." He was like, "Listen, I don't want no problems with you, but if your ass keep treating me like this, I promise you I will give you the smoke you." Ugh. My thing went out right when I was talking, child. Anyways, he says, "Let me tell you something, Damian. You keep acting up. It doesn't matter who you are." He was like, "Anybody can get it." Okay? Damian just standing there because, he trying to nurse that throat. He done got thumbed in the throat by Solo. He done got beat up by the MFTs. He trying to get his shit together. And it's a big ass burly black man coming up on him about to take him out. He was like, "Man, it's some bullshit. Goddamn." I'm trying to recuperate in this motherfucker. I feel you, Damien. I feel you. There's too many hands in the pot. Okay? Now, let me see what Kayla said. Kayla said, "Tama got on the apron again. Damian went to kick him off. Damian turned around, then Solo spiked him for the win." Yeah. Okay. Look like they're trying to build the MFTs back up. Personally, I don't really care, but whatever. Then we have this match here. So, well, this little a little altercation, if you will. So, in the back, Cody Rhodes. Okay. My bad. Anyway, so in the back, Cody Rhodes was talking to Nick Aldis about Gunther, right? Gunther was talking. Gunther had not showed up. Gunther had not signed the paperwork. And Cody Rhodes is like, well, why he ain't signed it? And, you know, Nicholas is like, you know what? Let me handle it. Don't worry about it. We're not going to do another situation where you out there demanding to sign it. I don't care about that. Let me handle it on my end. We'll take care of it. He's the number one contender. Whether he signs the contract or not, he'll be at Clash in Italy. So it's not that big of a deal. Now, Sammy's in there trying to talk to him, and Cody's he's like, listen, I know we ain't been on the best of terms, but look, I know Gunther. I've wrestled him before. I've gone up against him before. Like, I'm here if you want to, you know, pick my brain about it or whatever. Cody like, yeah, we are friends, but no thanks. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. He was like, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, great. So he got mad. He was all in his feelings. Went to Nicholas and was like, hey, Nick, how come you don't have anything for me? Like, what's going on back here? Like, I'm great. I'm one of the best people on the roster. Why is there nothing for me going on this roster right now? And Nick's like, look, I got a lot going on, Sammy, and no shade, but you're not at the top of my list. He's like, so what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, am I not top tier talent in this motherfucker? Do I not bleed blue in this bitch? Like, what is happening? So we only got shit for Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes could come in here and make demands and say whatever the fuck he wanted to say. So I'm not at Cody Rhodes level is what you're trying to say. Okay, so what the fuck did Cody have besides that damn championship just going off? Yeah. Cody come back, see him going off. He turn around, he like, look, man, I'm mad. He like, oh, no. Sammy's top tier talent. He's top tier, right? Sammy is top tier talent. So why not have him go up against the top, right? Right? I mean, I got my gear. I'm ready to go. You got your gear. You begging for a match? I can give you a match. I got you. Nicholas, make the match. Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. Let's do it. Then he smacks him real hard in the back. Sammy like, what the fuck? This is not what I wanted. So Sammy's tripping. He going through, it's never going to be a safe water bottle or cup in any vicinity of Sami Zayn these days. And he finds none other than y'all favorite Crash Out, Gargano. Gargano is still laid out, still locked within himself. Gargano is back there, and he's sitting back there, and he's basically like, they don't appreciate wrestlers like us, guys like us. He said, you had the heart. You are the guy. You are the heart of wrestling. And Gargano just is not, like, really actively listening, but it seems that every week he moves more and more every time Sammy runs into him and says something inspiring or motivational. So it seems like the heart of NXT, or the former heart of NXT, might just become the heartbeat of Smackdown once again. As long as he returns and activates Gargano like we know Johnny Gargano to be, this could be a fun time. But we're moving on. Gunther did not come out there until the match was almost over. He interfered, which caused a bunch of drama, and it's allowed Cody to be able to get the pin on Sami Zayn. Now, Sami Zayn got cost the match despite the fact that he's the one who took out Gunther on the apron. Gunther came in there and choked out Cody, and instead of Sami helping him, Sami got his shit and walked the fuck out. Now, a lot of people mad at Sami, and I was like, oh, why y'all mad at him? I thought this is what y'all wanted. Didn't you say that Sami needed to stop helping people? Didn't you say that Sami needed to get a backbone? Those were your words, love. And now you have you're in your feelings. You're clutching your invisible pearls. Why? This is what you wanted, remember? Now, we got one more thing. In the back, Danhausen's little project is still underway, and Nick Aldis basically was telling Dan he needed to tone it down back there, okay? Because his little projects was causing outages in the building. And he was like, I'm conducting science. Okay? Danhausen. Danhausen, let me tell you something. If you keep fucking with my Cleveland Cavaliers, okay, I got some scriptures in this Bible that'll take your ass out in 2 seconds flat. You understand me? Now, I done let your little demon ass run around and not say nothing. I done let you do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay? But your little ass is pushing it. You understand? Leave my Cavaliers out of it. Let the boys play. Okay? Remember the Titans. Let the boys play, you cheater. Huh? The Knicks ain't good enough for you to let them win on their own. You got to put your shit in it. Huh? You better leave my Cavs alone. Before I roll up to your house with a bunch of mothers from the motherboard and get to chanting all the Negro spirituals and gospel songs I can find and get your ass back to hell where you belong. You understand? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Okay? That's a little message for Danhausen because he pissing me off right now. He pissing me off. Anyway. That was it. That was Smackdown. Now, after Danhausen had his little situation with the science, the only other thing was Kid Wilson and The Miz. Now, The Miz also mentioned that Danhausen cursed the Cavs. And, of course, Kathy kind of got them together, though. She was like, if you love the Cavs so much, how come you wasn't sitting courtside? I was like, damn, Kathy, how come all of a sudden you got cojones grandes, but when the girls be coming up on you, telling you to shut up, Nia Jackson telling you to shut up and all kind of shit, you don't know how to talk then, huh? You scared of her. You scared of her? You jealous of EO? Girl. It gives messy boots. But anyways, so The Miz and Kit Wilson are standing back there talking to Kathy. And then Fraxium shows up. Now, you know, next week they're going to be overseas. That is when the summer tour starts for WWE. Sure. Next week, on Friday, they're going to be somewhere. They're going to be in Axiom's hometown. And they're going to have a tag team match. So it's going to be Miz and Kit Wilson versus Fraxium. We get to see Fraxium compete this week, which I love because I actually like Fraxium. It's wild that they want to reinvigorate the tag team division, but they got rid of like 3 tag teams. Motor City Machine Guns, all of it. And they could have used Motor City Machine Guns with Gargano and had a whole faction in the mid-card and really was running roughshod on some real shit. But they got rid of them. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop hiring teams and wrestlers to keep other companies from having them. Stop doing that. Because you're being ridiculous. Okay? Anyways. Not you forgot Fraxium existed. Please. Please, Rico. Please. Other than that, that was it. That was it. That's all we had. We didn't have nothing else. Now, Friday, well, tomorrow is Saturday Night Main Event. It is going to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and it's going to start at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be streaming exclusively on Peacock. Okay? So, that's going to be happening. On Saturday Night Main Event, we got a couple of matches. So, Nia and Lash and her weird-ass bust-out middle part is going to get another rematch against Brie and Paige. Okay? I don't really care because I don't think Brie and Paige going to drop these titles until Nikki get a chance to hold the title or whatever. So, cool for her. Now you need to see the face. I think he loves his mask, so he ain't going nowhere. Baby, what is you doing?
Going back to open up this what's the name door.
So you gonna do it without me?
No, you've done it. I've done it with you on the Xbox already. It's that the vault door.
How you gonna do that by yourself?
I can open it. I'm just not gonna go in it.
Craziness. We're playing Borderlands, y'all. So if I could stream it, I would, but I don't think that I can. I can stream it to Twitch, but I don't see how people talk and stream at the same time. It baffles me. Anyways, we also have the 6-woman tag team match. If I'm gonna give predictions, let's say Brie and Paige are gonna win. I think that Rhea, Bliss, and Charlotte are gonna win. They be getting their asses handed to them week after week after week. At some point, the faces gotta win something, bitch. They gotta win something. Now he be giving hips and body. That's crazy. The Street Profits are challenging the Vision. I don't think that the Vision is going to lose their titles. In fact, I think that Braun Breaker is going to come out there and help them. And if Braun Breaker don't come out there and help them, I think Bronson Reed is popping up at some point. Within the next month or so, heading into Night of Champions overseas in Riyadh, I think that Bronson Reed is either going to pop up there or he's going to pop up at SummerSlam. It's just something is a little smelly. Okay, it's a little smelly out here in these streets. Ethan Page, Penna. I think Penna should retain his championship. I don't think he should drop it to Ethan Page. I like Ethan Page. He's a great villain. But I would prefer Penna keep his title, drop it to somebody else. Then Javon Evans can get it. I don't see Raven nowhere, so we don't get no Vision up in here. Crazy. And then last but not least, we have a non-title bout with Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch. I definitely think that Sol Ruka is going to beat Becky at Saturday Night Main Event. If she doesn't, they are wasting our time. Honestly, Becky need to drop that title immediately. She shouldn't have got it back. I feel like they could have had AJ Lee win at Mania, and then she could have dropped it to somebody else on Raw the very next night. But, you know, whatever. So, moving into Clash in Italy. Clash in Italy is next weekend. It is on a Sunday and it starts at 2 p.m. Remember, Clash in Italy is on a Sunday and it starts at 2 p.m. Okay? Now, we already know that Gunther and Cody Rhodes are going to clash at Clash in Italy for the WWE Championship. Okay? We also know that Roman Reigns and Jacob will be in the match, okay? And this is a tribal combat match. This match is for the World Heavyweight Championship and for the right to call themselves the Tribal Chief, okay? So, you got a lot riding on this match, and to me, this is going to be the best match of the night. Don't know exactly how it's going to flow, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Jacob is going to concede to Roman finally, and give Roman his big one. You know what I'm saying? And then we have Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley battling out for a second time. Now, I do not think Jade Cargill is going to get this title back from Rhea Ripley at Clash in Italy. Is it possible? Yes. But do I think it would make sense? No, not really. Because I feel like they can have their final battle in Riyadh and it be done. And then they can move her to Monday Night Raw, which I believe they should move her to Monday Night Raw. All right, for now, those are the matches that are booked. We do know that Brock Lesnar is going to be facing off against Obafemi at Clash in Italy as well. So we have those matches booked. There are no other women's matches booked for Clash in Italy, which is not sitting well in my spirits. It's not working on my bingo card. Liv Morgan, what are they doing? What are they doing? She has no challengers. Let me reiterate. She has no challengers. Nobody's challenging Liv Morgan to anything. Not even her own people, which is what they should be doing. We need someone to drop a belt because all the single women's belts on the main roster are held by white women. All the PLC girlies lost at Mania. Well, technically, the Brie ain't white. Technically, Brie ain't white. I believe the Bella twins are Hispanic. I mean, they are Nikki and Brie Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard of a Garcia being white. So, technically, she's not white. She counts. You can't discount her. She counts. I'm going by what you said. So she counts. Anyways, y'all. Not she white adjacent, please. Y'all make life very difficult. She is Latina. I don't care if she's 50%, 60%, 80%. The girl is Latina. Let's leave it at that. She's not technically white, and she's not technically fully Latina either. So she is still considered a POC. She is not just a white woman. She could be white passing, but she's not a white woman. With all that being said, loves, I'm going to be watching Ashe Wrestling. Hopefully, I think I got the $15 to put down for Ashe Wrestling. I'm going to watch that tomorrow because we not grilling until Sunday, so I got time. Sir, I'm going to be watching Ashe Wrestling tomorrow, enjoying the festivities, and I might go live and watch it live. I'm not going to stream it because I don't want to take away from their sales or anything, but I may go live during it and just talk about it, and y'all can watch it on the channel or pull it up on their website. Yeah, she is going to be on the show. Darius Lockhart's going to be competing on there. TME is going to be competing on there. Ugly Gang is going to be competing over there. It's a lot going on. Now, I did not watch TNA, but I heard TNA was pretty good this week, so if you missed it, you can watch the clips over on YouTube on their YouTube channel. And from, I believe they started putting, they used to, but there is one thing I did want to tell y'all before I go. So MLW is going to be putting their show over on YouTube again, so people will be able to watch it. We won't be stuck looking at MLW over on Triller or anything. It is going to be on YouTube, and you can watch it kind of the way we used to watch TNA on YouTube. So make sure you guys go over to MLW's YouTube channel so you can catch when it comes on. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I didn't have much to work with when it comes to SmackDown, but I did the best that I could, okay? Now, like I said, the show wasn't bad. It was decent. They did what they were supposed to do in terms of putting us on to the next couple of PLEs and TV specials. They did exactly that. So if you wanted to be hyped for Saturday Night Main Event, you should be, because of what Rhea and Jade were able to pull off today. And, of course, what we saw Monday with the Vision and the Street Profits and everything in between, okay? So make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Do not forget, listen, I have another channel, okay? And I have another podcast that I do my other stuff on. So we got the stuff I want to talk about podcast, and this is where we talk about Am I the Asshole? We have Reddit Fridays over there. And, of course, I still do my Pop Culture Wednesday. The latest Pop Culture Wednesday that is up right now is K-pop drama. So Rico was over there telling us and explaining to us everything that's going on in the K-pop world, the mess of it all, everything. It's messy, child. That shit is messy as hell, honey. So we had the K-pop stuff up there, and then today, the stuff I want to talk about podcast just dropped the next Reddit Fridays episode. So that is up. So please go over there and support it. It is up on Spotify. All you have to do is search for Stuff I Want to Talk About podcast, and you will find it. You can listen to Down for the Counts podcast over on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and more. Okay, you can listen to it anywhere. We talk about wrestling over there. We're going to record a new episode on Monday. And just so you know, every Monday we do Monday Night Raw, and every Wednesday we do Freestyle Wednesdays, okay? Every Wednesday. And if you act up or cut up, you're going to have your 5 minutes of fame, babes. I make sure you see that, all right? And then, of course, like I said, we have our Freestyle Wednesday. We do that every single week. And then on Fridays, we have our Smackdown after show, which is what you are a part of right now, okay? Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all next time. I appreciate y'all for listening to me rant and rave and yell over here. Y'all have no idea. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I appreciate y'all so much. I really, really do. Rico said, "Child, now Trisha Paytas doing K-pop." Oh, hell no. I'm out. Y'all, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.